Oh no, he say he's got to go, go, go Godzilla. Yeah. Excuse my terrible singing, but hey, I tried. But let's get on to the review. Okay, so Godzilla. So Godzilla is the popular monster movie that originated from Japan, and it finally got a reboot. This time Godzilla isn't some stupid iguana that's running around laying eggs in Matthew Broderick. Let's not go back to the past. Godzilla, it's new, it's fresh, it's here, and yeah, how is the movie? It's woo, it's really good. Ah, gotcha. You thought I was gonna say it was bad, didn't you? So everyone knows who Godzilla is. He is a giant lizard that got extremely huge from a radiation blast or some sort of nuclear test. And from there he causes mayhem and destruction across Tokyo. But however, the movie isn't really based in Tokyo. It's based throughout the world mostly. I take that back. It was actually in Japan and America. That's where the movie takes place. However, the only thing with Godzilla is if I tell you too much of the story, I feel as if I'm gonna ruin the movie for you. And that's the whole point of a movie, is to go inside and expect the unexpected. And if I tell you too much of the story, too much of the characters, then you're gonna know what the movie's about. And I feel as if I'm gonna ruin it for you, and I don't want to do that because Godzilla's really good. The characters in the movie, such as Bryan Cranston, he was actually really cool in the movie. He wasn't in the movie that much, but when he was, his acting, he stole the show. Good job, Heisenberg. It really pays off that you're in a monster movie. Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen, they play husband and wife in this movie, which is weird because in the new Avengers, they are gonna be twin brother and sister. So it's weird because it's kind of like incest and it's gross. Ugh. They were good, but however, the only problem I have with Aaron Taylor Johnson as his character, I felt as if he wasn't given too much emotion. There's a lot of stuff that happens to him throughout the movie, and I feel as if he wasn't given enough emotion, which, you know, whatever, we didn't come to see it, we came to see Godzilla. However, it was really nice to see a movie like this bring forth such really good characters, and I was very surprised by the characters because it wasn't just about Godzilla. It was more about the people, which in this case, it takes a long time for it to set up for Godzilla to show up on screen, but when it does, wow, it... oh, I will tell you guys about that later on in this video. Hats off to Ken Watanabe, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, and Bryan Cranston for bringing such good characters in the movie. Still kind of think it's gross that you're twin brother and sister. What I like about this movie is that there's a lot of history background on Godzilla. And of course there's a lot of science involved with it, and when the scientists were talking about what they need to talk about in the movie, I was actually really invested in their conversations. It had me hooked. Actually, like one of the first times that science actually didn't bore me to death. And here's another one of the things that made this movie really good was the camera work. When it gave a really good close-up to the monster, and then where the people are standing, you're just thinking, yeah, it's big. You can tell that these people are frightened by what they're seeing. There's this huge, big monster in front of them. Of course, I would feel the same way too, and I was feeling that just sitting down at the movie theater. I was thinking, holy shit. Some of these scenes are actually like nightmarish. It's jaw-dropping. The last time I had my jaw drop in a movie like this was Pacific Rim, and there's a lot of scenes in this movie where I can compare it to Pacific Rim. Excellent cinematography for the guys who did Godzilla. It had me to the point where I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was hearing from early reviews from Japan, they're saying that Godzilla was too fat for the movie. I was watching the movie, I was like, Godzilla isn't too fat in this movie, but actually when it got like a really good full shot of Godzilla, you can see that his thighs were a little big. He got a little big booty on him, which in fact didn't bug me at all. But any fans of Godzilla, I don't know if you'll be bothered by that, or I thought Godzilla looked awesome in this movie. Still not going to change the fact that some scenes did look like Pacific Rim, like I mentioned, but I know that Godzilla came first, and I will give it props for that. But this is what made the movie for me. This was my own experience, because the movie theater I was in, it was packed. packed, you guys. And what really ups points for me is a really good movie experience, and Godzilla was the perfect movie experience in theaters because everybody, I'm serious, everybody was cheering and clapping for certain scenes, and it made me feel like home. There was about 4 scenes that did that, and I was very happy I got to live through that, you guys. And I was driving home and I was just thinking about the experience. I'm like, that definitely ups points for me. It was a good movie to begin with anyway, but that experience for me, it just up points in my personal opinion, and for that I give Godzilla a 5 out of 5. I feel as if they did the character justice, and through this reboot, I think fans will be happy about this. This is still the beginning of summer movies, and I'm expecting them to be at least a little bit better and better each month. But anyway, time will tell. Hey guys, go see Godzilla. It's really good. But in the meantime, guys, I have to get going. Peace. But don't marry your twin brother or sister. That's not good.